Everybody, what's up? It is episode number 117 of the Unknown Games podcast. It's crazy because it's 2022. This is the first, I guess, podcast of the year. Well, not the first podcast of the year. It's technically the second, but the first that we're on YouTube at least. There we go. And by we, of course, I mean myself and my co-host Alex. What's up, man?
What's up? I'm Alex.
I was rocking new hairstyle and stuff. We haven't seen each other in, I don't know. Honestly, it's been...
Well, for me, it's been like 2 years, I think. I've actually been in a coma the whole time, and I've had a double actually just live my life for me.
This man has literally never... He's been to hell, come back, been a duck, lived the life of a fowl, and so many other things.
Yep.
You have a life story to tell, you know?
I do.
You have many life stories to tell. Oh man. But yeah, so I've been in the US, and that's why we haven't had any new episodes go up for, I guess, the past couple of weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
Almost a month at this point, yeah.
Has it been really a month? I mean,
well,
we've had like new, I guess, like fresh new episodes, maybe. Yeah. But we're here now. Back on YouTube. It's good to be here. So for everyone who's listening and tuning in on YouTube, watching right now, thanks so much. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Unknown Games Podcast. Once we get 7 more subscribers, we will be able to change the link to actually just say, like, come follow us at, Unknown Games Podcast?
Yeah, but you have to like start spelling it out, like youtube.com/w. So yeah,
that
be the channel, right? Yeah.
and of course, if you're listening to us by the normal means of Apple Music or Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, any of those cool places, Amazon, or that's Audible, I guess. Thanks for that, and I think you can leave reviews on. Well, you can leave a star rating on Spotify now. That is new.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. So for podcasts, you can leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify. No less. We're not even settling for 3 anymore. We're just settling for the best. If you got something else, if you got to take it up, just take it up with us. If you got 3 stars, let us know why.
Or don't. That's fine.
Alex just like
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't care that much. Like, don't.
No, we have to care. It was part of our goals this year.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
We'll contact Adrian. Don't contact me.
But if they want to contact you, if they want to follow you on a place, where can they do that?
Yeah, I guess you can follow me at twitch.tv/root24. I do stream twice a week. It's been a bunch of random shit for the last month though. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's always good. Even if it's random, it's always good, you know?
Yeah, I've been playing what I've been playing recently. I've been playing Tabs, totally accurate battle simulator, and I've also been playing Power Wash Simulator because that game is eternal.
That game is eternal.
Yeah, and then I've also been that's actually it. But I think Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out in a couple weeks here, so I might check that out on stream. And then I don't know, I might stream FF6 actually, because I've actually never played through the whole thing, and the Pixel Remaster is coming out in February, so I was like, yeah, let's play it. It's my first. I don't know. I just don't want to get spoiled though, because the game is so damn old. I don't want people to come in and be like,
and just be like, oh man, have you done this yet?
You're like, no. I do know that so people that play really old RPGs, so I know some people that are playing through Chrono Trigger had this problem. I just heard about it secondhand, because Chrono Trigger's been out for years and years and years, right? A couple decades.
Right.
And it's still a good game. It's still one of my favorites, so I enjoy playing Chrono Trigger. But some people haven't played Chrono Trigger before, and they'll stream it. They're like, "Yeah, I'm playing Chrono Trigger, this legendary game," and people just comment and be like, "Did you get this weapon? Did you talk?" I'm like, "Just let the person."
I mean, I felt like we talked about this last year. about like sometimes when you're streaming older games, you got to be careful, man. You get spoiled. You might get just spoiled, and sometimes people like who come in are like super fans. You know, like
Yeah.
this is their game. That's all they
Yeah.
played. Then you got to tell it to you.
And it's like I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I appreciate the fact that you like really know this game, but like I want to just like, you know, as if it's my. I mean, it is my first time. It would be my first time, right? So,
Exactly. So, and that's kind of the same way it is for me in with that game too. Like I haven't played 6. It's one of the games I really want to play, and then even I can't. I mean, I guess I can say it. Y'all already know I haven't played Chrono Trigger, so I'm horrible.
you like never. How much
I'm a
Chrono Trigger
horrible
have you
human
like
being.
taught? You've hit with 0 Chrono Trigger. Like you've never played it. Period.
Zero, yeah, zero. I've listened to the OST so many times, but I've never played the actual game. It's like 6 too, like FF6. I've listened to that soundtrack so many times, and it's like I feel ashamed. So that's one of the things I've been trying to do. Like that's my goal this year is to play some of these games that I should have played. Like as a gamer, like I've never played fully. And we talked about this last year too. Like I've never played a Legend of Zelda all the way through. Like I've played bits and pieces of different games, but I've never played like the full thing, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, okay, so this year, I mean, we can talk about that if you want, but I mean, like, Chrono Trigger has been on sale. It's on Steam. FF6 Pixel Remaster comes out in a month. So if you want, like, the excuse and you want, like, a good chance to actually play FF6, then it's, you know, you can just buy the Pixel Remaster really, really soon here. And then Trigger is just Trigger. It's always on sale, so you can check that out whenever you want, but...
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's kind of like what we're going to be talking about today. We're just going to be catching up. I mean, it's been you know, like Alex said, about a month, and there's a bunch of games coming out this year that we want to like just, I don't know if we want to talk about them per se, but we're just gonna kind of gauge our own radars of like what we're excited about for this year. So, I mean, just hopping into it, I guess, just in terms of what I've been doing. You know, I went back to the U.S. for about 3 weeks, and I played a lot of Pokemon Unite. That was like I brought my Switch with me, and I didn't even touch it.
You just played Unite on your phone?
On my phone, yeah.
Why not on your Switch? It's also a Switch game.
I don't know why. And it's installed on my Switch. I played a lot on my Switch, but for some reason when I don't know if you've had this issue, but like when you bring a game console back home, if it's like a portable or even like a, you know, a PlayStation, you know, your bigger console, whatever. Like, do you actually touch it? Do you actually play it? Or do you just...
No, yeah. I mean, I might have mentioned this on the podcast, or it might have been in one of my streams, actually. I can't remember, but like, when I used to go home, I would bring because I'm over 2 weeks. I'm gonna have so much free time. I don't have like work, or I don't have that much work. Like I don't have that many friends back home. So like, what am I gonna do, right?
Right.
So it's like I'll bring. It used to be like, oh, I'll bring my 3DS or bring my Vita. Then it was like, oh, I'll bring my Switch or whatever, right?
Right.
And I'd bring that plus a couple games, like 1 to 2, 3 games, and like I'll play on the airplane, like 10-hour flight. How am I gonna kill the time, right? Turns out I never play games. Period. Never. Like, just don't do it.
It's strange, man. It's like I feel like I was going to, but then at the end of the day, I didn't even open the case.
Literally go on Facebook for like the whole day. So now I don't bring any consoles with me. So last time I went home, I was like, I'm not packing any games because I know I'm not even gonna bring them. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm gonna free up my bag. Like
yeah.
Why
you start
carry
being
it if I'm not
practical,
gonna?
right?
Yeah.
I had the same thought. My friend was like, yo, we can play some Apex. And I was like, man, I ain't even touching no Apex. He was like, yeah, bring your PlayStation. I was like, nah, man, I ain't bringing that. But I thought, like, if I bring a portable, maybe I'll touch it. You know, maybe I will. And I didn't. And so...
Yeah, I even like the Vita. They're like, oh, like why not play the Vita? It's like this big. I'm like, I just don't know. I just don't play it. So, although one year what I did do was I bought a gaming laptop at home, like in Canada.
Well, that's super.
Yeah, I bought a gaming laptop at home, and then I was home for Christmas, so that's when the Steam sale was going on. So I played Bayonetta. Like I just played Bayonetta on my laptop. Yeah, that was the one time I would say that I play games at home. But I mean, I actually just bought that laptop there. So
that's. I mean, and you wanted to use it because you know you just bought it, so you're like, let me test it out, let me play something. You know,
so
like,
I was playing Bayonetta.
You know?
I beat Bayonetta, and then I also was playing Tales of Berseria. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what did I do? I ended up watching a bunch of, like it was family time, so I ended up watching a bunch of Netflix with my parents, and like a movie a night. I literally have not watched a movie a night on Netflix or any streaming service ever, but I guess that was like what I did, and I ate a lot of food. I gotta say, like I ate my bacon. I got the bacon.
Yeah,
Bacon
no, that's
was
what you do when
good.
you go home. I remember, it's insane because like, yeah, I went home and like my parents had like a dinner, and then you have to like, it just all the dinner, all the family stuff, right? And all your friends and family. So you're constantly going out for food and whatever, or you going to someone's house,
Yeah, yeah.
and you just eat. You
You
hella
just
eat
eat.
over the holidays, yeah.
I had sweet tea so much, and it's just stuff I hadn't had for like 2 years, and it was honestly it was great. But then I got back to Japan, and I'm like, I had lost almost 10 pounds before going
And
back
now
to the
you like,
states.
did you
I
gain it
gained
all
it back.
back?
I gained it back.
Like
Um,
all of it back?
I gained 8 of it back. So
Okay, so you're
I'm
still like, okay,
I
I guess
yeah
it's
I
yeah.
feel so bad. Like every time I order Uber Eats because I have to I have to quarantine since coming back to Japan,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, man, I'm setting up my online groceries this week because if not, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
speaking
be
of
like
Uber
I'm
Eats,
gone.
speaking of ordering food, McDonald's started their new like Gente stuff on
Yo,
Wednesday
did you
last week. Yeah,
did you try those spicy nuggets?
I did. Yeah, so I don't know if you want to bring up the
Yeah,
website, but we can
let
talk
me
about
bring
it.
up
Yeah.
yo. I had those on Saturday. Nuggets were fire. Those were
Oh my
great.
God,
They're
yeah.
actually really
So
good.
at McDonald's right now in Japan, they have they have a Gente, sorry, they have like a limited time nugget variation. It's called like, it's like kosho nantoka. It's like just pepper, black pepper, right?
It's like black pepper. Yeah, it's nothing
It's
special. That's the
Yeah, so
weird
it's like
thing.
black pepper nuggets, and then they also have two different like special limited time sauces. So one sauce is called ninniku shoyu. Like ninniku shoyu something, right? So like
It's
garlic soy sauce,
yeah, it's like
something,
a
right?
garlic soy sauce or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one is kunsei cheese, so smoked cheese. So there's two different types of like nugget sauces, and they also have two limited time what they call the samurai mac, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the umakara, so like the spicy, delicious spicy double whatever samurai mac, and then they have like the
Yeah,
triple bacon
this.
samurai mac, right?
Yeah, these right here. Well, I think one of them is yeah. The samurai mac. I mean, the samurai burger isn't like a new burger. It comes back in different forms.
Well,
But I
now there's four samurai burgers, so the two that you have there, those are the gente ones.
okay.
Yeah.
I had
So
one before I left. It was
yeah, the
like the
samurai
normal
mac like
one.
used to be gente limited time, and then they like kept it on the menu permanently. Now they have like two new samurai macs, and these are supposed to be gente.
It's like honestly, I have to say like going back to the U.S.
Yeah, did you try
and
McDonald's?
I tried it. Yeah.
Is
So
it good? Is it bad?
it was bad. It was
Really?
bad. Like
Why?
I mean, like the fries. I have to say, like how much I enjoy the fries in Japan is on like another level because a they're hot. B they're not like those limp fries.
No limp fries
They're
for
no
me.
limp
Yeah,
fries.
though
They're
I
like
do know what you're talking about though. Yeah, I do know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
and the
Yeah.
best part is that they are salted. They're like
Yeah, they're
really
flavored. They're like really salty in Japan.
yeah
Really
they're
bad for you, but
they're
really
bad
good.
for you. It's
Yeah,
like
but
those OG
yeah.
fries that you had when you were a kid, probably. But like when I was at McDonald's as a kid, I used to like lick my fingers. I would like eat them
Because your
within
hands are just
5 minutes.
salted. Your hands
So
are so
good,
salty. Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. But now in the U.S., like I don't know if it's because of lawsuits or whatever, but there's like no salt on the fries. There's like
Yeah.
it's just not tasteful. It's
Yeah.
but
So I mean, so in Japan right now, these are the gente items. There's also the limited time pies. There's like a Belgian chocolate pie and like a Canadian maple custard pie.
you know what? I forgot. I could have just went to the campaign page. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
there
I
we
tried
go.
all that shit, dude. Like we got all that shit. I ate all of it in a single night.
See, and I'm over here worrying about my health. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. But I mean, like, is the spicy cheese like actually spicy a little bit? Because McDonald's,
Okay,
I will
my
say, like, their
girlfriend.
spice has been actually been getting better.
So I had the smoked mayonnaise triple bacon, and my girlfriend had the double like umakata double beef one.
Mm-hmm.
I never tried the double beef one. It's probably mildly spicy. I don't know if it's super spicy, but I guess that's like the one thing that I didn't try. So I had one of the Samurai Macs, both nugget sauces, and one of the pies. I just ate like so much McDonald's.
It's good, and and these are the nuggets that we're talking about. I guess it's like black pepper, but it's like the kurogoma. Oh wait, no, sorry,
black sesame, yeah.
Kuro kosho. You're right. It's just
Oh,
black
it's kosho.
pepper.
Yeah, sorry,
It's just black pepper. Yeah, it's just,
so black pepper.
it's
Yeah,
just black pepper. But I had the cheese sauce and
yeah.
that smoky flavor cheese. Ooh, it was good.
Dude, I tried both sauces. I gotta say, I think I prefer the shoyu, the niниku shoyu mayonnaise.
Really?
Yeah.
Have they had that before? Like, I feel like
No.
they've had one of these before, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm with
Man.
you too. Like, smoked cheese is like really good no matter where you have it. Smoked cheese is awesome. But that being said, trying both sauces, I gotta say, I think niниku shoyu is the winner for me, at least.
I'll have to go back and get, because this is the first time this has ever happened. But because I saw someone on Twitter say like, "Oh, this was like they were good," so I ordered 5 of them, and around the second bite, I was like, "Man, I should have ordered 10 of these."
Yeah,
Like, I had that moment.
Yeah. I knew that I was gonna want to try both sauces. I knew it. So I was like, I'm gonna get 10 nuggets because I'm gonna want to try both of these, man.
Oh my god! Oh wow! What is this? What? Oh, this is just Yoru Mac. Okay, I thought something crazy was happening. I was like, why does this Big Mac have like why
Like
is it
what,
a
like 8
quad
patties or
stack?
whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess like the torokeru. Oh wait, isn't this the cream pie?
Well, it's not the adult cream pie, but it's like these are the limited time pies, yeah. So it's the Belgian chocolate and then the Canadian maple custard pie. Yeah.
Did you try the Canadian? That
I
looks
did,
good.
I did. Yeah, I tried the Canadian one. It's good. That's good.
I'm gonna have to get that. And here's the cool thing: is like these limited edition items or limited timed items in Japan. They don't usually cost more than like the normal
No,
items.
yeah, they're
you
not
know?
priced higher than normal. They're just like here for a limited time as supplies last, just quantities or whatever available.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm getting this tomorrow. I'm getting this tomorrow. At least by the end of this week, I'm definitely getting the Canadian
Maple custard. Yeah.
custard
So I'm like stuffing my
pie.
face.
Gosh.
I'm like, I should watch my weight. Maple pie. Yeah, I'm just like eating all this shit. Yeah. Like 10 nuggets. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yo! We took it back to our roots with some McDonald's talk because we haven't talked about
Yeah, I was waiting because McDonald's does Gente stuff every season. So like
Exactly.
it's always like the last Gente thing was the Gurakoro, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had the Gurakoro? Do you like it?
I'm trying to remember what exactly it was.
It's like so the Gurakoro is short for gratin croquette.
No, I did not
So-
have that. Never mind. No, I didn't have
Yeah,
that.
so
That
this is
sounds
like a-
weird.
It's like a limited time thing that happens every single year in Japan for McDonald's. So they sell this burger I guess it's a sandwich at this point called the Gurakoro. So a croquette is like a deep fried. How would you? What is? You guys know what a croquette is, right? Yeah. So it's like a potato creamy kind of like deep fried, whatever, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So the Gurakoro, the gratin koro is like that, but instead of potatoes or whatever, it's just like it's just a gratin. So it's really cheesy and there's some potato in there, right?
Exactly.
Really
Ugh.
creamy.
Ugh.
So
I
this
think-
is called the Gurakoro, and then they just like make a sandwich out of it, and it comes back every year. People love it. Like honestly, people like love the Gurakoro in the same way that people like the McRib, back home.
It is this is strange looking because you're literally eating like a fried thing on a bun, but the insides are just
super creamy,
like,
yeah.
just creamy and potato.
Yeah.
So it's just like nothing but it's like starch on starch on starch. It's like
Yeah, so there's a Gurakoro, and then for this year they had the Kokuuma Angus beef bolognese Gurakoro, right?
with a it's like the same thing, but it looks like it has just like a little bit of beef on
like
top.
bolognese sauce on top of
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
I tried that one. It sucked, dude. It was like it wasn't bad. It was just like so mediocre. It was like offensively mediocre. So like it was to that.
I mean,
degree,
if you look
yeah.
at if you look at both of them, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Could you not just walk into the supermarket, grab yourself
Like
some
bolognese
buns,
sauce, yeah,
and you could just like rig this up,
yeah.
and, it probably tastes the same.
Like I'm not saying it was bad. It didn't taste bad. I'm not saying that. It was just like so mediocre. It was so like that it was almost offensive that I paid like a little more money for the Angus beef one. So yeah. Anyway, so
Well,
that was the last Gente thing, and I had it, and I was just like, I have it every year practically, because I'm like, oh, it's the Gente thing. I don't hate it. I think
it's
it
your
tastes
McRib,
fine.
man. It's your
Yeah.
McRib. I mean, here's the thing: anyone who has a McRib knows already that it's not the best,
Yeah,
but it's the
it's
McRib.
fine.
It's the
It's
McRib.
fine.
You gotta have
Yeah.
it. You know, when it comes back, you gotta get it, and it
Yeah.
brings back memories for some people. But for the most part, it's just like, eh,
So
I
that's
had it.
yeah, that's the good Akoro. If you're ever in Japan, near the end, it's usually the end of the year, usually during winter, right?
Okay.
So if you're ever in Japan during the winter time, swing by McDonald's, grab yourself a good Akoro, and be like, yeah, that was fine. That was all right.
It makes life that much better. It makes that much better. Um, yeah, for anyone who says that we don't talk about anything outside of games on the podcast, there you go. We talked about
It's
something
just
different.
games at
We do it.
McDonald's, really.
It's games at McDonald's. It really is. We're not sponsored by any other fast food restaurant chain. No Denny's over here. We don't get that out of here.
Fuck you, Denny's. What was your experience? What was your first experience coming to Japan and going to a Denny's?
That it wasn't Denny's.
Yeah, it
It's
was
not
like
Denny's.
I remember I went to a Denny's because it's familiar. The Denny's logo, you're like, whoa, Denny's,
It's a trap, dude.
yeah, you're like,
It's
oh,
not
I
real.
know what's in there, right? It's a Denny's. So, for anyone wondering who you guys have never been to Japan, Denny's in Japan is just not. It's very very very
It's
different.
not
It's the same
Denny's.
in name and logo only. So I went and I was like, whoa, Denny's! Like I'm gonna grab myself a moons over my hammy or whatever, right? And you step inside and it's just like a generic Japanese family restaurant.
It's a
just
lie.
like
It's so disappointing.
It's so goddamn dude. It's so different. It's just like generic Japanese restaurant. So it's like, do you want your? It's just typical whatever. So it's like what would they have? Would they have a gratin? Yeah, they would have like some generic pasta, and they would have was like a tuna like a tuna tataki like donburi kind of thing,
Like
right?
they kind of try to make it like a little bit of an upscaled family restaurant, you know?
A little
But
bit, yeah. They're
it's
like,
kind of
oh
like,
yeah,
hey,
it's like the hamburger steak, so it's like a hamburger patty with like sauce on it, basically, with corn on the side, like that kind of thing.
yeah, and you just feel like, and it's overpriced. I mean, like that's a whole thing right there with the Denny's, and I mean, but when I went back, I did have a Cracker. Can I say it right? Cracker Barrel. It's just like
I
a
thought you were gonna
southern.
say something offensive. It's like, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! But it's this place out in the south, I think, or southeast of the U.S. And they serve mainly breakfast, but like they give these wonderful pancakes with like this maple syrup in a bottle, but they heat the bottle and like you pour it over, and it's just really, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just really nice breakfast food. I mean, it's okay at sometimes, but most of the time
Yeah,
it's really good.
yeah.
But for like $10, 3 big pancakes with bacon and eggs, and then like you can throw in some other stuff. I was like, this is amazing. Like I miss this sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So like when you go home, like when you like get off the plane or whatever, and well, like what is among the first thing that you'll eat, or like what restaurant will you go to? Like what do you look forward
Oddly,
to eat when you get back home?
oddly enough, I go to all the fast food restaurants.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
That's what I typically do. This time I went to Taco Bell first.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, man, let me get some of this Taco Bell, because we haven't been able to even get to it really in Japan,
Yeah.
due to the situation and stuff. And so I have Taco Bell, and I'm like, yep, tastes like Taco Bell. Nothing.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's just like Taco Bell, like it's just Taco Bell, but
It's
at the
just
same
Taco
time,
Bell.
you're just like, oh, this is the shit. This is so damn good right now.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh man, like sometimes
Yeah.
the sauces and things, I'm like, this tastes great. And
I know, right? Like it's just Taco Bell, but you're just like, oh, I could eat this all
Well,
day.
like my mom, she had a taco. She was like, you know what? I want to go to Taco Bell. She gets a taco, and I'm watching her eat it, and she has the most disgusted face on, because like Taco Bell, they don't like make it gourmet or anything. It's not like
it's Taco Bell. Like it's kind
taco.
of soggy for some reason. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
she's just like, it's like she's never had it before. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what your problem is? And she's like, what? I'm like, you expected something.
Yeah, like
You
oh my god, I
expected-
like me too. So when I go back home, right? I always have a little list of a bunch of restaurants that I'm like, I have to hit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, I have to go to this place. I have to go to this place. I need to try this. Like, I have to go to this fast food place. So for me, it's like, because it's not McDonald's, honestly. It's not McDonald's. So it's Quiznos, Five Guys, A&W. Thinking of A&W in America, but it's actually different. I learned for some reason. So A&W in Canada, I guess, is a little different, but whatever. And it's there's a couple Canadian restaurants. There's one called Boston Pizza, and and some Canadian pizza chains like yeah, like just pizza or whatever, right? And I need to like eat all these like things before I go back to Japan. So I do the same thing. I land and I'm like, what am I eating today? What am I having tomorrow? But it's not even just like restaurants and fast food. It's also like my dad takes me to the grocery store. And I'm just like a fucking like kid at Christmas because I'm like getting all this shit.
The fast food aisle. The fast food aisle is. I will say the one thing, and I don't know how it is in Canada right now, but it's kind of sad in the U.S., man. Like some of the food because the supply chains are
supply chain problems,
are broken. Like literally, there was a lady who was like, "This is my third day in a row coming in here for Rice Krispies. Why aren't there Rice Krispies?"
No Rice Krispies. Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been home in 2 years.
It was so strange.
I haven't been home in a while, but at least when I would go home, my dad would take me to a grocery store, and we'd go to the frozen food section, and I grab all the shitty frozen food, right? All the frozen pizzas and stuff.
Because they're so cheap, but they're so good.
I know. And then we go to the cereal aisle, and I'm like grabbing cereal.
It's Christmas. I had the most basic cereal. Well, no, I did splurge. I got I had just like normal cereal. There wasn't anything special, but I did find some Pop-Tarts that had Fruit Loops. It was like a Fruit Loop flavored Pop-Tarts, and
my god!
And the craziest thing was it was 100% just Fruit Loops as a Pop-Tart. I kid you not. It tasted 100%
Wait,
like
so it was just like
milk.
crushed up Fruit Loops but to make the shell of a Pop-Tart?
I don't know. It was freaky, but because like the Pop-Tart, it was. I was like, you know what? I miss Pop-Tarts now.
That sounds so good. Yeah. So it's that kind of shit. And like cereal for me, it's like energy drinks because like being in Japan, like Japan now is getting like a better selection of energy drinks, but it's so like does not compare to back home. Like back home,
I saw some weird monsters.
It's madness back home. It's like
Monster tea,
Monster coffee.
Yes, there was Monster coffee. Yeah, it was Monster coffee triple espresso, and I was like, "What is this? Is this? Will this kill you if you have it?"
Yeah. So the energy drink game, like back home, it's like on another level.
Here we got like 3 flavors of Monster. I'm not gonna lie, it's like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 now. So it's like we have the green can, the white can, the pink can, the regular black can. Did I say white already? I don't know if I said white.
You said white, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, they came out with that sports version, like the sports drink or something.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm here. I have it on my desk.
Oh, you have it. Oh, okay. We look. See, this is why you tune in.
I have like this one.
This is why it looks like a Gatorade or a Powerade. It looks honestly like Powerade.
It looks like Powerade. It tastes like Powerade. Yeah.
This is why you come to the YouTube channel, people, because you know you want to see that bottle.
Yeah. So, anyways, the point is like going back home. I love going to grocery stores. But it's like anyone who's like in North America and you're like listening to this, you're like, I don't give a shit about any of this. It's everyday life. But like
it's everyday life. I get
but
all the time.
When you're away from home, I guess when you live in another country, like you kind of you take all this stuff for granted, right?
Oh man, yo, Jacob is in the chat saying, I want to see that bottle. I want to see that bottle. Can you flash that bottle again? Just
I want that bottle, the
Monster Powerade
Monster
bottle.
Energy. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I mean it really is just like all about that bottle.
Yeah, I've been drinking a case of this like one every day for like the last month.
Did you put the Zone down? Has Zone not come out with a new flavor?
Zone has come out. Yeah, here, like it's also on my desk. It's also on my desk.
It's another energy drink flavor. Just on the desk.
So this is the new Zone one. It's called Invisible Sniper.
It's camouflage. Look at that.
Yeah, so you obviously can't see the can because it's invisible. No, so this is the newest one. It's called Invisible Sniper. It's actually kind of really fruity. It's not as carbonated as you would expect. I mean, all of Zone is barely carbonated to begin with, right? But yeah, so the ingredients are mostly like apple, peach, and orange. So it's really fruity.
It's really weird. Good. I feel like I tasted that right before I left, and I thought it was grape.
Oh, you tried Invisible Sniper?
I think I tried Invisible Sniper, and I thought it was like grape
Are you
Kool-Aid
not
or
thinking of
something.
are you thinking of the graffiti one? Because that was the
Maybe it
last new one,
was
yeah.
maybe it was the graffiti one then, which I couldn't tell if those were all different flavors or if it's just
It's the same
one.
flavor with different cans,
Okay,
different
okay.
designs, but yeah. And yeah, so I've been drinking a lot of energy drinks, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Jacob's saying like I'm sure one case a week is healthy.
A case a week? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's
yeah,
not. Yeah, you're
yeah.
fucked, buddy. It's like one is like 24 in a week. 24 divided by 7. It's way too much.
Yeah, I think there's that one zone where you're only allowed to drink 2 a day, anyways.
If you're an adult, yeah.
If you're an adult, if you're a kid, you don't want to drink two of them.
It says like don't drink this, yeah. Anyways, but on the flip side, actually, so of all the stuff when you land back home and you're like, oh, I want to eat or go to this restaurant. On the flip side, like when you come back to Japan, what's like the first thing that you like eat or grab?
I almost grabbed because I couldn't go anywhere really.
Oh yeah, right.
And I was craving like my local Chinese place, but I didn't actually get that first. I actually ended up getting some fried pork like the tonkatsu.
Is that what you always get though when you land back home, or you just like, whatever, man?
When I land back here, I don't think I have like a specific thing
like a thing that you do.
But like the one thing I do crave is like miso soup. That's the one thing.
Oh my god, like the most basic of shit.
Like that's so good though. Like
yeah,
some miso and then it's like fried pork or something. Like it's really simple with me. But I don't know. What about you? Like what do you get?
I have a ritual, man. Like when I land back at the airport. So this is typically Narita, right? I honestly now. Like every single time I'll grab myself a tuna and mayonnaise onigiri. Like that's the first thing I'll eat when I get back to Japan.
Really? Yeah. Well, wait. Are we talking like a like convenience store tuna?
Yeah, dude.
Naya,
like
or
fucking
just
like no, like convenience store, like the triangle onigiri. You have to like rip from the center and you pull the sides apart.
I can like that one always makes me really gassy.
Wow, really?
That's the reason I actually really like the flavor of it, but I just
that is bizarre. Are you just super sensitive to the mayonnaise or something?
It has to be the mayonnaise, like the tuna mayonnaise that mix or something, like the oil.
Okay,
grease.
I mean, I personally don't have that problem. So like that's.
But the dry one, you know how there's like dry. It's not tuna, but it's like the salmon or whatever dry.
Yeah.
Salmon. Like that's fine. Okay. I love that, and it's like a meaty piece of salmon.
For me, yeah, that's my thing. Cause like when I first came to Japan as like a kid, as like a tourist, I don't, like not as a tax-paying adult. Like the first thing I had pretty much was like a tuna and mayo onigiri,
like a rice ball.
That was like my first taste of Japan as a kid who's like, I love anime. That was the first thing that I ever, right? Like I'm in Japan, I love anime. I think it's the first thing I'm eating. So that was like the first thing that I ever had. And like ever since then, I'm like, I landed in Naruto, like a 10-hour flight. I'm tired of shit. I'm like, all right, where's my comfort food?
I mean, honestly, 2 rice balls in the morning will set you up for until lunch.
Yeah,
most of the time, like usually. I mean, people do it. I do it. Like when I go to Tokyo Game Show or like just events or something. Any type of event in the morning, I have to get up early for. I just get like 2 rice balls and a bottle of water, and I'm good.
My go-to when I used to work at a Japanese office as like a sad salaryman, my breakfast was canned coffee and Calorie Mate. Like that was it.
Dang, man, you went. Day. That was like someone. You know what you needed after that? You needed a cigarette.
Well, yeah, because I was a salary man. Because I was a salary. Yeah,
you would have been complete, man. You would have like you would have your coffee, you'd be smoking, and then like after that, you'd have a Calorie Mate.
Yeah, no, that's it exactly. Because I was a salary man. Like I was, the suit, like suit and tie, everything. Like that was me. That was every day of my life.
Now you don't have to. Like, it's cool, man. I used to have to do that grind too. I was in like the salary man capital of Japan in Tokyo. Like that's where I worked. And really? Like when people when we got off work, like just black suits everywhere, man.
I know, and you remember like April 1st, like the first start of the fiscal year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like all the new grads are going to their job. They wanted their first job. Yeah. And they're like, well, what do I wear? I wear the safest black suits, baby.
Well, you know what's crazy is like they have to wear that suit for like a whole month or 2 or something like that. Yeah. Like they don't wear anything else, and I'm like, man, I ain't got no freedom.
I mean, I used to hate taking the train in April because because all the new grads would start working at their first job and they're like you want to be eager. I do this too when I, sort of jet. You want to look good, right? So you like try to go to work a little early, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm like taking the train. I'm going to work, and it's just packed full of like 19 or not 19-year-olds, I guess 21-year-olds, right? So like 21-year-olds.
It's just 20. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like packed full, wearing the most generic, boring
It's
ass suit
because
ever.
they all look the same. That's the issue. If they all have the exact same
suit
tie. And tie and like outfit, and you're just like and it's on purpose too. Like you're supposed to know.
At this point, I'm like at this point in life, I'm already like super jaded. I don't give a fuck, right? And these 21-year-olds are like trying to get to work and look good, and I'm just like, God, please, I'm just trying to get to work barely on time. I'm trying to get to work like
what was it like? You're like a senior versus like a freshman in college or high school or whatever. Like everyone's just like, oh, it's so new, and like I'm so nervous, or like it's so nice, and you're like, just sit down.
I'm like, I'm just trying to get to work, please. Just like let me on this goddamn train, please.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. So I used to hate taking the train in April, and this is true, at least in my part of Tokyo, right? I don't know if you experienced the same thing, but in April, the trains are super crowded, right?
Yeah.
And then in May...
Oh, it just goes down.
Yeah, but in May, like, the number of human-related accidents goes way the fuck up. Was way up.
Well, see, I feel like I've never been on a train line, because I've always been on the same train line for the most part, but I've never experienced the...
human-related accident?
The human-related accidents.
Have you ever been? So you've never been on a train when that has happened? I've never been
on the train when it's happened. No.
But you've been at a station and it's like the train's not coming.
It's delayed.
Because of, yeah. So I've always been like inconvenienced because of a human-related accident.
What is it called again? Jinshin Jiko? No, something Jiko, right?
Yeah, like Jinji
Jiko.
What's human again? Like not. I won't say Jinko, but like Jin. But yeah.
Yeah, it'll say it, but they don't specifically say like what happened. It's just a human related accident that they have to clean up.
Yeah, it's Jinjijiko.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just typed that into Yahoo and I kind of regret.
I hope you didn't get a bunch of pictures of.
Kind of regret everything right now. Yeah. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah. I've never been on the train when this happened, but I know two people who have been on that train. Like,
and that stop happens, and then
I know at least one guy who was on the train. He was stuck on there for like hours because they had to come like clean it up, right? And like you're not allowed to like leave the because they don't want you to see it, right?
Yeah.
So like you're just stuck on that train, and like they had to come and like clean it up and like take the remnants of whatsoever left, and then they take you. They like let you off at the station. I think to wait for the train to move again. They're not gonna like let you out like in the middle of the tracks. Although those accidents typically happen at the station, so they just have to drive like a little bit forward, right? But
we'll say like they do end up. There's more barriers now. I feel like for some of the more metropolitan areas, when you're boarding a train, like there's more guardrail. That kind of.
You noticed this with the Yamanote line and perhaps some other, maybe like the Rinkai line, I want to say, or not Rinkai line. What's the Saikyo line? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe the Saikyo or something. Like I feel like more the JR, and then I guess
it's mostly
like Tokyo
JR,
Metro,
mostly, and the Metro as well.
The Metro, yeah.
But here's the thing. So I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about like suicide bomb, but here's the thing. If you're like. If you've decided to commit suicide, right? Is the barrier gonna stop you, right? Like if you get to
I think in this case, like these barriers, you really have to
climb them. Yeah,
you have to like climb or vault over them.
But here's the thing, though. Like if you've already committed to killing yourself, if you in your mind you've made up your mind, you made a decision, and you get to the tracks,
is it gonna like deter you from like?
Yeah, you're like, this is it. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, there's no way back now. You go to the train station, you have nothing in your pockets, right? How many people are like, okay, this is it, and you get to the platform, you're like, oh, the damn barrier, forget it.
I mean, I feel like you would know the barrier's there, but
yeah. So I don't even like. I think the barrier is there maybe to prevent legitimate accidents.
Oh, like accidents, like actual accidents, like potential like shoving or
like
just like someone you tripped or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's a good point.
if you made the decision to end your life, I think like is a chest high barrier gonna like.
I mean, like Korea, like I don't know if you've been to Korea, but I know when I've been there, their whole entire metro system, it's like a wall. It goes straight up to the, from the floor, from the platform to the wall.
I've seen that in other countries as well. Right, yeah, it's legitimately. I mean, in parts of Japan as well. Actually, if you read in the Yurakamome.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's like a straight up like you ain't getting on the tracks.
It's so weird though. Why? Because that train is so slow.
It's not even a real train. It's like
it's not a train.
It's a car.
What is it called? It's like it's a monorail, but it's just so.
It's not even a monorail. Because it has 4 goddamn wheels like per car. You guys, you know what the Yurakamon? Yeah. What? It's like a weird train with wheels that goes on an elevated road, basically. Like,
I feel like I've been on this, but I just never looked at what it looks like.
It goes really slow because it's really scenic. If you want to take the train into Odaiba, which is the man-made island, right? It's really nice, really scenic.
Yeah.
There's a couple ways actually to get to Odaiba, but one of them is the Yurakamome. And this is the one that goes around Tokyo Bay. So if you want like this really nice view of the city, you want to take the Yurakamome. It's expensive, but it's not a real train. It's a glorified
I've never looked at what it looked. I never know.
Glorified car, basically. It's a glorified car. Look, is that a train? Is that a train? Is that count as a train?
I don't know.
Is it count? It has wheels, doesn't it? Like it
has wheels. Yeah, like this thing. Yeah, this thing has wheels.
It just drives on that tiny track, right?
It looks like it's ready to go. Like it's just.
Yeah.
It's got wheels. It does. I can actually see the wheels.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a train in the sense that it has like the track. Like it looks like if you derailed the Murakamome, you'd be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna drive myself to safety because it's just
Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess that's. I've never paid attention to when I was riding it. If like the one or two times I've ridden it, because I always take like I thought there's a train that you can take though.
To Odaiba?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Yurakamome or it's the Rinkai line. And I think
what the heck? I've never seen these wheels though. Now I'm gonna be looking at the wheels because I'm like, it feels like it goes faster than that picture.
I don't know. Maybe it is actually. Oh yeah, you can see them now. I don't know if you can see them in the picture that you're looking at, but yeah, like that's just each car has.
Oh my goodness! No, you're right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it outlines it. I mean, this is on the train pass apparently, but that's yeah. Yeah, it looks like a bus, but
I would recommend this one. Yeah, try something.
Just reach out to your local hotline network.
Yeah,
hotline call. Get help. I mean, it's a very serious topic, but if you are having thoughts like that,
actually, don't
reach out to somebody. Get help.
Yeah, maybe you'll like go to Yurakamome and you're like, wow, this is really beautiful. Let me ride this train first, and you're like, oh,
might change your life.
Yeah, might change your mind. Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, games coming out in 2022. I mean, because we're already here, and like we've already had Monster Hunter Rise pop up, and then God of War for PC popped up already.
Oh yeah, that came out. Yeah.
I mean, it's like 2022 first quarter is pretty packed with games. Arceus, like we talked about, that comes out in January on
what, 2 weeks? 1 week actually, no? Like week and a half, kind of?
The 28th, yeah, the 28th. I mean...
Yeah, basically like 2 weeks from now at the time of recording of this.
Are there any games that you're looking forward to? Like, I've got a list up, and I think most of the schedule has been confirmed up until like maybe April, May-ish, but after that it's kind of like TBA kind of stuff, but...
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to the sequel to AI Somnium Files. If you remember when we did our Game of the Year podcast for 2020, for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I picked AI Somnium Files as my personal Game of the Year, and that sequel comes out like this year, so I'm looking forward to that. And
yes,
dude, I don't know. I guess AI Somnium Files. I guess Pixel Remaster FF6. There's got to be something else that I'm just like forgetting right now, but.
I mean, Monarch. I think you and Ehe were kind of excited about Monarch.
Oh well, maybe
I don't
count Monarch.
Not excited, but just like
I'm not counting Monarch because that came out last year in Japan.
It did. It's on Switch already. It's okay. From the demo I played, it was okay. It was fine.
It's all right. It's a perfectly fine game.
I guess. Perfectly fine game. Yeah. I'm trying to think myself because I mean Arceus. I'm probably not gonna get that, but I might get it. I don't know. I still want to kind of play it a little bit more. I did get Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, how's that going for you, man?
If I can stay up, I want to play more of it. I mean, it's Monster Hunter. That's the one thing about Monster Hunter is like it's Monster Hunter, but it's so much fun when you're playing with friends. I was playing with Ed, and it was just wailing on a monster. There's no, you know, it's Monster Hunter. You know, it's
for
fun.
sure. I think like I said this before, but like I'll get it. I want to get it soon because obviously like it's the most fun with friends, and if you buy it like a little bit too late and your friends have moved on, it's kind of like it's not fun anymore, right?
Yeah, it's like it just died. It died.
You want to make sure that like your friends and you are on the same quest. Like I don't want my friends to like kind of like feel like they're going out of their way to like help me get my armor sets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always a little bit of a part of it, but like you know, you don't want the gap to be too far, you know.
Yeah, so I want to get it soon, but there's just so many damn good games that are coming out soon. I want to spread out my purchases. I actually spent a lot of money recently on I built a custom mechanical keyboard and that cost like a lot of money, so yeah.
Recoup the cost, man, you know.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter if you want. I don't know if you saw it. I put a picture of it. I built a keyboard, so that was fun.
I have to go and check it out. I think I did see it because like you built like a smaller one, you know.
Yeah, it's a 65% layout keyboard, which basically means it's just your alphas and your numbers and arrow keys and some nav keys, home and page up, page down. That's pretty much it.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use the F row all that often.
Honestly, I don't know anyone who uses the F row that often.
I mean, I use F4 for Alt F4, and I use F5 to refresh a page.
To refresh a page.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as much as I use as well. I know people might be excited about Dying Light 2. Like I've actually been kind of interested.
People are. Yeah, I'm sure people are.
I kind of want to go and check it out because it looks like it's actually a pretty interesting little game. Crossfire comes out in February. Crossfire X.
I wish that was on PC though.
Yeah, it's only on Xbox XS and One.
So just the Xbox consoles, basically.
Just on the Xbox
I wish that was
consoles.
on PC.
It's kind of strange. I mean, like maybe who knows? Maybe they might. Lost Ark. I actually do kind of like. I want to like get into like a not MMO, but I guess that is technically an MMO. There's always Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, that's true. I need to get back into that.
It's there. What was Edge of Eternity?
Edge of Eternity is it's an RPG that I don't know too much about it, but it's been in development for quite a while. What's the release on it?
It looks like the release is
it's early access now. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. February 10th. There we go.
So it's coming out of early access then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been in development for
2 years. It seems.
Early
access 2 years. Wow.
I swear to God, this has been out on PC for like a million years already. So is it the console version that is?
I'm guessing it's the console version. Yeah. It's like PlayStation and Switch.
Yeah, I feel this has been out for like a while on PC.
What else is there? In January at least. I know there's not too much more in January. Oh my goodness.
I totally forgot the new Star Ocean is coming out this year.
Is that actually this year?
Yeah, man. It's just like coming 2022. And I'm like, all right, if you say so.
Man, I know people are like Horizon, Destiny 2. Like, I think a lot of the bigger stuff has definitely been confirmed. You know, Elden Ring. I'm probably just going to end up getting Elden Ring out of all of those. Dynasty Warriors 9. Wonderful times right there, I guess, for someone. Babylon's Fall. I was actually confused.
I keep forgetting that game even exists.
Babylon's Fall, March 3rd, PS5 and PS4 PC. What on earth? Like that game is like, it's actually ready to be released? It's actually a game? Like I know there was a beta, but it's.
Yeah, I guess.
It's solid enough?
Well, maybe we'll see. Oh yeah, Triangle Strategy. That's this year? Damn, dude.
Yeah, you can get your Triangle Strategy also in March. Is that in March? Yeah.
March.
So March, I guess, for JRPG fans, like March, you get Babylon's Fall, Triangle Strategy, and Stranger of Paradise. You can't even get better than that.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Stranger of Paradise. Oh my god, I'm so pumped for Stranger of Paradise, man.
This game's gonna set you up for life, man. Pumped, it's gonna be. I mean, I guess I could say even more for like Souls-like fans. Like you're gonna be able to play Elden Ring and then flail on into Stranger of Paradise. Like
I'm
just
so
literally
pumped with
flail
Stranger of Paradise.
into it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Chocobo GP also coming out in March. Rune Factory 5, Kirby. Actually, you know what? I am probably gonna get Kirby and the Forgotten Forgotten
Yeah,
Land.
and now that you have a Switch to play it on,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm hype. I love my Kirby. That was one of my first games ever. And then Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I will actually probably be playing that co-op with a friend. I'm actually pretty sure that game's gonna be a little bit fun.
On PC though, yeah.
On PC, yes.
Yeah.
April. This is when it gets blank
Oh, 30 Sentinels for the Switch port.
for
That's been out
Switch
for a
port.
while, so yeah.
Yeah. Vampire the Mask. Forspoken is May.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
pretty
Forspoken
good
is a
release
video game
month
that
for
exists.
from Square.
Yeah. That's a Square game, yeah.
Saints Row in August.
Oh, the
September.
Saints Row reboot.
Yeah, the reboot. Are
Yeah.
you feeling the reboot? Did you play or did you watch any of the
I watched
Saints Row
the
stuff?
reveal trailer and I was like, that's fine. I know everyone is not everyone, but it drew a lot of criticism for the different art style.
Yeah, it's
the
kind of like
the look to the game is a little bit different. People are like, oh, it's too cartoony, it's too like whatever. And I'm like, well, this is the same game that allowed you to suck up pedestrians and shoot them out of your car. And there was also a gun that shot literal dubstep and made them dance until they died. So I don't know.
I feel like they'll.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't do it the same way. Like I watched Saints Row and all the way like Saints Row Third and all those games being streamed, and it was just like, yeah, they couldn't do that today. No. I mean, they can keep some of those, those kind of humorous things there.
Did you play them though? Did you play the Saints Row game?
No, I didn't play them. But for some reason like Grand Theft Auto like doesn't click with me.
Okay, so here's
Saints
the
Row
thing.
doesn't click with me. Like those games specifically just don't.
Yeah, I agree with you with Grand Theft Auto. I know lots of people like playing GTA. I actually don't like GTA. I can never get into them. I don't enjoy the world. I don't give a shit enough about that world to like really get like too invested into it.
Yep.
But when it came to Saints Row, and I'm talking about Saints Row 3 and 4, that game is like it's self-aware to the point where it's really silly, and that's why it's easier for me to get into it, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just like less like trying to be serious, and it's like, yeah, we have a weapon that's literally a giant dildo. We have a gun.
I mean, that's 100% what a lot of people like when I think it was Saints Row 3 or whichever
3
one.
had the dildos.
Yeah,
weapon,
yeah. I remember like a friend of mine who reviewed it for this, college paper was just like, yeah, like it was fun because it's fun. Like,
it's like really wacky and fun.
Serious.
Yeah, and that's exactly why it was way easier for me to get into Saints Row, because like it's self-aware and it's funny, it's humorous, and I don't know, it just allowed me to get into the game just long enough for me to start digging around and to start like exploring some of the options and some of the world a bit. And then the story was like, okay, this story is not bad, like I can get behind the story. So yeah, I enjoyed Saints Row 3 and 4, but GTA I could never get behind.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. I guess like my game I'm looking forward to, because like after this it just goes into like Test Drive Unlimited, Starfield in November, Stalker 2, which
God, Starfield
maybe might be coming out. Yeah, Tokyo Ghostwire is still unannounced. Like there's no release date. There's no release date for Tokyo Ghostwire. Plague Tale Requiem, that's probably the game I'm just gonna like flip and just play like
you're gonna stream that.
You know I have a thing for the rats.
Yeah.
And that game was just, I don't know, that game I really love the first game in there. Yeah, Bayonetta 3 sometime this year.
Shit, yeah, that's on Switch, so you can play that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing that. I gotta put Bayonetta 2 back in my...
Cyberpunk is this year as well.
What?
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a game that's inspired by Jet Set Radio.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, this thumbnail's really small, but it looks like a...
It basically...
I hope there's no music that pops up.
It's the sequel to Jet Set Radio that Sega wouldn't make. Like, it's Jet Set Radio. It really looks like Jet Set Radio, right? It's not made by the same team at all. It's just made by a studio that just happened.
Like an indie studio kind of thing?
Yeah, man. Take a look at the trailer. This is Jet Set.
Oh, yeah. This is basically Jet Set.
It's Jet Set, yeah.
It's Jet Set.
Yeah.
Like, it's Jet Set.
Yeah.
Period. Yes. There's nothing else. That was it. I mean, like loop it up or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some longer trailers and stuff like that, but yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is basically just a game that is... I would dare say the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio rather. Sorry.
Wow. That's what's up, man. Like, it's cool. It's cool when you see like some of these like spiritual successors, like seem like they're gonna pull it off. You know, like this looks like it's definitely gonna hit that like par on, right?
Yeah, I think it's got the aesthetic nailed. As for movement and everything else, I looks like it should be close, but you know we'll see when it comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's always cool to see like people who are passionate about these older games try to bring them back in a different way, because obviously they don't own the rights to Jet Grind Radio. They can't just make a sequel, right? But they can make a game that looks like it, call it whatever they want.
I think this is the game for you. I know Jacob, who was in the chat a little bit earlier.
Choo Choo Charles, yeah.
Choo Choo Charles, man, this is your jam. This is you all day long.
Yeah, I'll play. I mean, this is a stream game right there. That's a stream. That's a stream game.
This is straight up the game that's you're gonna blow up off this game, my friend. You're gonna blow up off of it. I mean, so it's like this demonic looking spider train that apparently
it's a spider train with a face on it that's chasing you, and you're also trapped on a train. You have to like kill it when you're a train. Like,
it's open world too. That's the craziest thing. Like, it's open world.
Yeah.
There's like I was just like, oh my goodness, this
can I like wishlist? It's on Steam.
It's on Steam. Yeah,
I can wishlist this actually.
This is like, I hope it comes out either in summer or
like Halloween or
Halloween,
right?
because that game is gonna be dumb. Dragon Ball The Breakers. They're
oh, that fucking game. Are you gonna? Is that free to play? Or is that gonna be paid?
It better be free to play. It better. I mean, like, you know, it's Dead by Daylight basically.
It's Dead by Daylight with Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
So goddamn bizarre. It was so weird, but whatever. Sure, that's fine.
You know, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
It can do what it wants to do. What else is like?
Digimon Survive is supposed to be this year. That's a big deal.
It's still coming, right? Because it got
Digimon
delayed.
Survive, yeah. Eiyuden Chronicle is also a big one. I know my girlfriend actually backed the Kickstarter for that. So
the Eiyuden Chronicles.
Yeah, she backed that one. So it'll be exciting to see that come out eventually this year, hopefully.
Of course, we talked about Ghostwire, GTA again, somehow Gungrave. We joked on Gungrave.
Gungrave.
We joked on that Gungrave. It's coming though.
No, that game better come out this year because it's been delayed like 4 times over. You know what I mean?
It's been delayed so many times.
It looks like a PS3 game because I think it started development on the PS3 at this point. Like, it just looks so damn.
At this point, it's like, you know, just come out.
It just looks so bad.
There's a game called
What is I Am Jesus Christ? Can you click on that? Like, what is I Am Jesus Christ? What is that? What is that?
Only for PC. Is this
I Am Jesus Christ? What is this?
Is this a real game?
Oh, I think I know. Is there a trailer? Is there a trailer?
If I click purchase, is it going to open a Steam? Oh wait, if it hit, I'll hit like a Steam page probably. What? With the GameStop. Wait, what? Is there an actual? Oh my word! Just sitting with the disciples at the Last Supper, like.
Okay, I thought. Wait, is this? I can't tell if this game is supposed to be a joke or it's not a joke.
I don't. This is me trying to skim read this. Like,
okay, so like, as far as I can tell,
okay, here's a trailer. Here's a trailer.
I think this is not a joke.
I think this is real. This is real.
Wait, but is it meant to be satire or is it supposed to be just like?
There's some sort of meter. There's like a.
That's like your holy power meter. Is this game a joke or not? Is this game a joke?
No, I don't think it's a joke. I think it's actually like a real. But I don't know what the game part of it is. Maybe it's just like a teaching type deal. Like, you just go around and you perform the miracles. Was what it's looking like, honestly. But yeah, I don't think it's a joke. I think it's like legit. Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
This game isn't satire at all.
It's not satire.
You should play this. You should stream this.
I don't know if I can make it to this.
He's crucified. Like, what is this? Like, what?
I think you were just put in the shoes of Jesus. That's it. You know what exactly? Okay, so what exactly is the idea? Is it satire or do you have a message? So this game is about a 30-year life journey. This came to me when I was a teenager. I was inspired by computer games and computer animation. Wanted to create a computer animated cartoon movie about Jesus. So, yeah, that's what it is.
So it's not a joke. Okay,
it's very not a joke. It's just a first-person story of
it's a first-person
Jesus.
Jesus game. It's an FPJ.
the FPJ.
Are you gonna play this game, or are you gonna just
No, I don't know if I could. It would just be like
it almost seems like sacrilegious, kind of, right? Like, I'm not Christian or anything. But
I mean, like, as long as it's done correctly, I guess it's just like if you went to watch a movie or something about
it's
Jesus,
kind of like a fun Sunday school lesson, I guess, right?
But Tolis is like, I hope the Jesus game is VR. It would work in VR. It's first person.
I guess.
I mean, if you've ever wanted to experience the life in the story, I mean, like, this is one of those things. It's
like
a
getting
tool.
crucified in VR seems like one of the worst things I could ever imagine. That's like one of the worst things I could ever imagine. I don't want that.
Oh no, let's not. No, let's not. I mean, you heard, I think, because PSVR 2 has vibration in the helmet.
No, that's hard pass. Hard pass. Like, hard pass.
And then I was looking at, I forgot what gaming chair it was, but
oh, the Razer one?
The Razer one, yeah, with vibration and like the.
Can you imagine just getting crucified in VR? Oh my god,
Set it up. Like, I'm ready for like Sword Art now. Like, we're getting to a point where eventually.
Do you know Sword Art Online takes place in 2022? You know that game, the anime, like, takes place in 2022.
They better make it happen. So it gets shut down.
So sometime in the next like 11 months, baby, I'm waiting for my nerve gear to arrive. Put me in that dangerous coma.
Put us in that dangerous level VR.
Yeah.
But I guess like the rounding it out, releases that might be pretty good. Okay. You know what? I have no clue. The Last Days of Lazarus are on here as well. So maybe this is a theme this year. Who knows?
But that's a console game.
This is Xbox One, Switch, and PC. What are the religious games? Okay, no, okay. This has nothing to do. It's a mystery game. Okay.
Okay, this isn't like I Am Jesus Christ. Yeah, no.
Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, Pac-Man Museum, Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. What?
Oh, that's just like the newer version of, because there already is a TCG online, but I think this is the next evolution of that. I think it might be also available in Japan for the first time. I think so, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. What else did I miss up here? Metal Slug Tactics. I remember the trailer for that. It was actually pretty cool. Marvel's Midnight Suns. I actually kind of want to check that one out. I'm not sure if I'll actually play it outside of a demo if they release that, but Scorn, I guess that's finally coming out. River City Girls 2. Salt and Sacrifice. Shovel Knight Dig.
Oh, Shovel Knight Dig, that's kind of cool, I guess, if you've played Shovel Knight and you're like, I want more of that. Sonic Frontiers is this year?
Is that going to be this year? Really? Like, actually?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, wow.
We were discussing how this was going to work because it looked like it was
going
to be open world, right?
Yeah, but the open world.
How do you do a Sonic in open world without it being like weird? Splatoon 3 is this year, apparently?
That one makes sense, yeah. Splatoon 3. And then what is this other game over here? Yeah, Splatoon 3.
Yeah, we talked about Star Ocean already. Yeah,
Star Ocean. That was it. I guess like big JRPG releases, Star Ocean might be the one.
I don't want Star Ocean. No, I mean, okay, what's bigger between Star Ocean or Stranger Paradise?
But is Stranger Paradise, is that technically a JRPG?
Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of what a JRPG is. I would say, sure, yeah. I mean, it has some aspect of leveling and job cost changes and whatever. The combat might be different, right? But it depends on your loose definition of whatever a JRPG is. But I would argue that Final Fantasy has more brand power than Star Ocean does.
Star Ocean. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So, if you ask like the seasoned JRPG like fan, like, oh, what are you looking forward to more? Some of them might say Star Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you just ask the general public, people might say like Final Fantasy over Star Ocean. I mean, especially because Star Ocean has a very polarizing look to it
the
right
art,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to not see it.
I kind of don't like it. But...
Eyes and foreheads. And I guess rounding it out over for the last part, well, whenever these games come out, but definitely one of the biggest one is if it does come out this year, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild
sequel. There's even no name.
No one knows no one knows anything about the rest of that. It's just called sequel.
I hope Nintendo was just like, yeah, Breath of the Wild 2. That's it, baby. Like
that would,
we couldn't think of anything.
Do they actually have a
game called 2?
Yeah, a 2. Is there?
In English, yes, Zelda 2.
Oh wait, yeah, that Zelda 2. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think in Japan it might just be called Zelda. Like, I don't think it's numbered in Japan, but in English it's called Zelda 2 officially, I think. Other than that, they do have another sequel. I think in English it's called fuck, am I getting it backwards? I think A Link to the Past 2 is what it's called in Japan, but in English it's called A Link Between Worlds. So let me look this up. I think it's called A Link. Yeah, A Link Between Worlds is what it's called in English. And then in Japan it's called it was the Japanese name with a 2 on it, like Kami to Kami.
Okay.
Yeah, it's numbered. Yeah, in Japan it's numbered. So it's called Kamigami no Triforce 2.
Oh, sweet. Well,
so they did actually.
It's a couple 2s on there then.
Did actually put like an actual number on it, yeah.
And then I guess the last of the last are for WWE 2K22 and Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Those are for you.
That's a good one, yeah.
Those are for you, Wow. We spent more time talking about McDonald's. It's almost. It was a good podcast. It was a good podcast.
I mean, it was a good meal.
It was a good meal, yeah.
So you tried just the nuggets. You didn't try the burger.
I didn't try the burger.
Yeah, definitely. Get yourself the burger and get yourself the other sauce, and then get yourself one of the pies.
I'm definitely getting the pie. I just don't know if I want to pay. Well, you know what? The one good thing about McDonald's is that it's not overpriced on Uber Eats. I will give it props. Like, they're not overpriced on Uber Eats.
So treat yourself. Get yourself. I guess you want to skip the burger. That's on you. That's fine. But if you don't get the burger, get yourself like at least 10 nuggets. So you get both of the sauces, and then get one of the pies or get both the pies.
Those nuggets were great.
Yeah, man.
Nuggets were great.
I think I still prefer the OG spicy nuggets.
They're different, they're different with, the spice is different. It's a different kind of spice.
Yeah, I do kind of like just the red spice though.
Man. I wish I was hungry, but I'm not. I would totally order somewhere. I ordered a salad today, and it's weird. Like, there's so many restaurants on Uber Eats that don't look. I'm telling you, I've been in that area and I've never seen them before in my life.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a bunch of like izakayas that are just like, we need business shit, and they like just sell lunch.
And rename their business on Uber Eats or something.
Yeah, I had that thing.
It's weird.
Where I used to live, I was like, "Where the fuck? What is this place?" And I went looked up on Google Maps and just like zoomed in into an izakaya, and I was like, "Oh, this is just a."
It's just the izakaya, right? Yeah.
But like using a totally different name, I was like, "Are you like, why change the name?" But whatever.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, that'll do it for us this week. You can always follow us on Twitter at UGP_cast. And you can also follow us on our Twitch pages. You can find me at NinjaTrix, NinjaTrix. Wow. And you can follow my co-host at Route24, ROUTE24.
Yeah, those are like the numbers. Like,
the numbers. Yeah, don't type in TWO.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Numerals.
Yeah.
Numerals there. I stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then he streams on Tuesday, Thursdays, both of us on Japan Standard Time. So look for us on Twitch.
Yeah. I played Unpacking too a couple weeks ago. That was fun.
That was free on Epic Game Store, right?
Unpacking? No, Moving Out was.
Oh, Moving Out. There's
a similar theme, but different game.
Wow, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, if you do Moving Out and then play Unpacking, but no, yeah.
I saw, is it Pokemon? I always call her Pokemon. Anyway, she was playing Kukiyomi.
She was? Really?
She was, yeah. It was, and I was just like, wow, she's playing this for like 14,000 people.
I feel like the game is hard if you don't know Japanese culture.
Yeah, like, because like it was very differently. Like when we play it, we start like breaking down stuff. We're like, oh yeah, like this.
This is what you would do on the train typically. But
they were just like,
I
didn't get that one. What? I mean, there are some that we don't get. We're like, what the heck? That was WTF a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it was just like, oh, okay, it's cool to see.
Wow, Japan's wacky.
Japan, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Everyone's like playing Bayonetta and running around with Pokemon.
Sure, that's legit. Yeah, let's drift. I Tokyo Drift to work.
There we go. Today's episode, Tokyo Drift to work.
Tokyo Drift to work. Yeah, that's it.
There we go. So we'll catch you next week for episode number 118 of the Unknown Games podcast. Until then, make sure you stay safe. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Use the bathroom properly.
Sure. Yeah, make sure you use the bathroom regularly. Don't hold it in. It's really bad for you.
Don't hold it in. It's bad for you. Oh,
that's
man.
also an alternate title. You can do that one. Don't hold it in. It's bad for you. That's funny. That's the title.
Oh, man. Anyways, you set the tone. Go play some games. We'll catch you all next week.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Don't hold it in. Wow.
Bad for you.
Wow.